Hey traders, welcome back. It's Kenya with BK Trading Academy here with an analysis on EuroCADs. We're going to hop into a multiple time frame approach. I'm going to start out on the monthly time frame and just give you my analysis on where I think this pair is headed in the short term. If you are a swing trader or a long-term trader, I'll also discuss your opportunity as well. And we're going to start on the monthly. So one thing I want to point out is that you will see that this pair is in a massive bearish inclination right now. That should not be underestimated. You want to be really, really careful because considering the bearish dynamic, I do expect for this pair to keep falling. What you're going to notice right now is that we are approaching a cluster of monthly support, and we've already broken the previous monthly support at 1.4289, which I'm going to show you on the lower time frame. But if you look left, you will notice an additional cluster of support here right at about this 1.4248 zone, and then you'll see that this was also a pivotal turning point as well, and it was also very strong resistance. So that is probably where our next bounce is going to occur. Now, another thing that I do see here is moving down to the weekly, we have a textbook double top that cannot be ignored, and you will see that we are approaching the neckline of that double top. So this is where things are going to get quite interesting because we want to see, are we going to in fact going to bounce and correct off of this weekly to push up and continue the trend? So a few approaches that you could have right now, you can see price moving into the weekly area, and you always want to be focused on the turning points. So let's say, for example, if we wanted to get long off of the weekly, we definitely want to make sure that support is going to hold right at about this 1.4229 zone. So if I just draw a line, you will see that price is not there just quite yet. And studying where price turned in the past, it could even start to turn exactly where price is right now. But we want to get in at the best possible price. So what we can do is be patient, let price come down a few pips more, and see if we will reject off of that zone. Now, another thing we can't ignore is that if we look left, we can also see that price dropped as low as right about 1.4103. So there's a possibility that if we don't bounce up from this support here at 1.4240, we just might see price do something like this where it continues lower, bounces right off of this 1.4100 level, and then gives us a retest back to the neckline of that double top and then continues lower. So one thing that you can do is that if you decide to get long at about this 1.4250 zone, you could keep your stop loss conservative. Just know that you prematurely could get stopped out because you are at a liquidity area where stops will likely get collected. But also, too, you won't have to risk much if you do catch that correction. Okay. Another opportunity is that you can wait for a push up, or you can wait for a break and a retest to get short on this particular pair. So let's continue to drill down. We're going to go down to the daily. And what I'm going to do, I like to go ahead and mark a level below price that I would be possibly interested in. And then I like to also have a level above price as well. So I'm just going to clone this, and I'm going to put this right at this neckline here. Okay. So right at our previous weekly high and also support. So this previous weekly support became also our resistance, and the market broke lower. So on the daily, for example, I'd want to see that if we do get a pullback, I would like to see a pullback back into this zone here. So you can see this was previous support here. And I'd like to see a pullback within this area to continue the downtrend. I don't know if we're going to get that. At some point, we should get a pullback because we need to bring sellers back to the market. But that's definitely what I would be looking for right now. So as you can see, if you were to go long in the market from this area, it is going to be risky from a daily standpoint because you are going to be trading against the daily trend. So the safer option is to wait for a pullback because price just could continue to break lower and we might not get a correction. Okay. That's why you want to keep your stop conservative. You'll also notice here, remember, I told you that if we do drop a little lower, so you can see how price is almost at the trend line support, we just could drop a little bit lower in the zone to reject somewhere within the zone and off of our trend line support. And remember, I told you on the monthly, this was a previous strong turning point right within this area. And you can even see these wicks to the left. So we want to be really careful and time this right and be very patient. And if we get in, let's say, for example, if price starts to wick right now and we get in now, and let's say price drops another 50 pips or so, you just have to ask yourself, if you're swing trading, for example, or intraday trading, do you want to be in drawdown 47 to 50 pips, or will you add another position here to possibly make up for that drawdown, and hopefully price will correct back to your entry or a little bit higher to this resistance to continue that bearish trend? Those are things that you want to prepare for ahead of time. But I think that one of the best opportunities is from the higher time frame perspective, we want to see some rejection within the zone. So if we were going to buy off of this monthly neckline support, I would be looking for a rejection within the zone and taking this back to, so we would take it back to, so from let's say from support at about 1.4246, I would take this possibly back to about 1.4337 or so, or roughly we could even get about 100 pips off of this. So 1.4347 possibly. You can manage it over the next few days to see how it performs. And then I do expect for the price to continue moving lower. So look for a retracement and then for a continuation on the daily to the downside. And let's say if price does pull back into this resistance area, your TP target to the downside would be, you could take it back to support where it is right now, 1.4262, or you can take it to the next level down. So notice where price is right now, and notice the next swing or turning point on our chart is right here at 1.4135. So we possibly could take it there, moving our stop loss to a break even position for a risk-free trade. So guys, that is my analysis on EuroCAD. Overall, I have a short bias, and for the long opportunity, it will be quite risky right now, but I've given you an approach on how to take the trade if you're interested with a conservative stop loss. If you are new here, I want to encourage you to click follow on our profile, and you can get these ideas delivered straight to your inbox if you're following on TradingView. If you are watching from YouTube, you want to make sure you click subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our analysis. Guys, I hope you have an awesome trading week. Keep the faith and stay trading. Follow your rules and always protect your capital, which is our number one priority when trading, and you will do very well. God bless.